Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's reads. This is YouTube channel James 13 Wicca. If you see it somewhere else, it's not correct. This is the wrong one. The main tarot I'm going to be using are the Gilded Tarot Royale by Chiarel Marchetti, text by Barbara Moore. On the bottom here is the website llewellyn.com, which seems to glare. Hopefully you can see it, or it focuses for a second at least, if you are interested in that deck. Supportive Oracle cards is this one. Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. This is the Watkins Publishing. WatkinsPublishing.com is the website. And in the maroon color you can see Tori Hartman's website. I want to say it's ToriHartman.com. Yep, right there. And for the dice, I use a 22-sided dice for the major arcana, substituting 22 for 0 for the Fool. 14-sided dice for the minor arcana, and for the element of the minor arcana, I use a 4-sided dice. MathArtFun.com is where I got it from. It's called the Dice Shop for the dice. Alright, that being said, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Okay, I think we're all ready. Let's get into your reading. Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Scorpio? That's it. I mean, what is going on with this? All right, I don't know if this is. I don't know. we're gonna see in a minute here. It's been a slow. It's been slow. I feel like it's been slow. I get the Page of Pentacles. No, that is not Pentacles. That is Cups. It still feels slow though. It reminds me of, like, you know, having like a trickle of water and you need a lot more. It's kind of like I need a lot of water and I'm only getting a little and I'm only getting a little, and it doesn't seem to be changing. And because of that, there's a lot of restrictions, a lot of boundaries, because there's only so much I have. I need a lot of water and I can't get it. I keep having to use it for this, using it for that. I only get a little at a time. It seems to be very regulated, very limited. Only so much I'm going to get, and that's just what it is. So I do feel like when I say it's been slow, it's kind of like there's only so much I can do, and I get done what I can. And it probably doesn't take you, like, if you fill a bucket of water, you run around, do what you need to do with it real quick, and then as the bucket's filling, you're like waiting for it to fill, and you're like, there's only so much you can do, and you're like, if you're trying to fill a bathtub, for example, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. And that's how this feels. What is coming in first is my question. Because I get somebody's kind of like nudging in on this situation. Somebody is nudging in on this situation. And I feel like you've gotten used to a rhythm. It's not about liking it. It's just kind of like, well, this is what I need to do, so that's what I do. This is what I need to do, so that's what I do. And I keep going around in circles, like, this is what I need to do, so that's what I do. This is what I need to do, so that's what I do. And that's just all it is. Somebody's nudging in on this. Somebody seems to be critiquing what's going on and how you're handling it. And they seem to be having an issue with how the whole thing's going, and you're just kind of like, issue with what? There's only so much you can do. What do you want? Somebody is kind of like, this person stepping in is calling in somebody else. A whole new situation is going to take this over, is what I'm getting. I think that's where this is going to lead this to. Because I keep getting like this water pipe, and there's only so much coming out of it. And I almost feel like that's just, what do you want me to do with it? I keep feeling like there's nothing else I can do with it. That's all I have to do. It's almost like having a shower system or something, or like whatever it is, and you're not a plumber, so you're just like, if you weren't a plumber anyway, you'd be like, I don't know what you expect me to do with it. That's all. That's all that comes out of it. I don't know how to make this. Like, I don't know what to do. I looked at things. I turned some valves here and there once in a while, but nothing changes. At the very least, it gets worse rather than better. So I'm just kind of leaving it how it is. Somebody else is coming in. I get that somebody else is coming in. I don't think this next part is necessarily to your liking or fair, but I get that other people are kind of like giving you a hard time, or there may be chatter behind the scenes that maybe this isn't the best place for you. I don't know. It's kind of rough. This is kind of rough at this part because I feel like you've been doing great with it. Nobody seems to have been helping you, or at least offering the help that you need. Even if you've had help, it wasn't the right help. And it's not like you haven't been putting in the effort. I feel like this gossip around the situation is disrespectful. I just feel like that's not right. But I'm getting that it is there. So we're just acknowledging it. You probably already know that. I feel like Scorpio is very astute to that type of thing. Am I missing something with this? If this reading is hitting, it's already there. Like, I don't feel like this is creating anything in your life. It's either there or it's not. People like feel like you're working against yourself and nothing makes sense. Yet you think you're stabilizing things, people around you don't agree. You got this right side up for you, but it's upside down for the people around you. And then they got the Knight of Fire, which is the Knight of Wands. They seem to think that you're just random and you don't know what you're doing. It's not fair. You're doing the best you can. There's just, maybe this isn't, like, if you're not a plumber, like, you did the best you could with it. You might have asked for help, but you couldn't get somebody to help you. And then if you did ask, they were like, well, it's going to cost X amount of dollars. And you're like, I don't have that. So that's not going to happen. Where is this going? I don't want to beat this to death. I understand something good is coming in here. I feel like what this reading is going to lead to is like realizing that the situation has moved on. I think that's what we're getting to. You got the Six of Swords coming in. Maybe it's time to move on from this. Other people want it. Other people don't think you can do it. Okay, who wants it? Here you go. Happy holidays. Here you go. Hope you like it. Because I get that you're getting stuck. I don't know if the situation is getting worse or if somebody's stepping in your way. Could be one or both of those things. So either the situation is getting worse or somebody's getting in your way. For a lot of you, it's probably both. You're going to get stuck. That's going to come up. The challenge is to not see this as a defeat. To not see that, but to kind of go, all right, I'm at my wit's end. Who's got an idea? Who thinks they can take this over? Because I'm willing to let it go because clearly it's not working for me. Even though you're not going to really like it, letting go like that, I feel like you don't really like this situation anyway. It's bittersweet. It's kind of like, I don't like how this is going. I don't want to really admit defeat on the situation, but if somebody else can do better, I feel like I'll just step back. I'll step back, you take over. You show me how to do it. Show me how to do it. Fine, I'm up for it. If it'll go better, if it'll improve the situation, I'm here for it. I do think that this is what's going to kind of disconnect you from it, because whatever takes over knows exactly how to do it. Maybe they are a plumber, for example, if we're going to use that water analogy. Maybe they are a plumber and they know how to clear up that line. They know how to switch things out. It doesn't cost as much as somebody else told you, and they know how to do it. Maybe it's just whatever it is, and maybe they can fix it. They know what they're doing. They know how to do it. Okay, they do. The Sun card coming in with the balance. Somebody else is balancing it out. The fact that the Sun card is here in your reading, it makes me feel like there's something here that should go your way. And I'm getting like letting this situation go is what they're trying to promote for this. Take it with a grain of salt. These are general reads, of course. But if this is hitting, it's kind of the advice I'm getting. Like, you might want to consider that. Something to consider, I should say. Because the situation isn't going to go any farther, and the advice is to let it go. You have better things in life. You don't need to be dragged down with this anymore. You did good with it. It may be hard to let it go, but I'm getting, once you free yourself from this, your strength comes back. Your vitality comes back. And new doors open for you. You might be putting your effort into something that is not honoring you back. And you've done it for however long, for whatever reason you have. So I'm not trying to negate that out, but they're saying you've done well with it. You've kept it going this long. Somebody else wants to take it over. Have a good time. Have a good time, y'all. I gotta go. There is something that ties you to it, is what I'm getting. So I'm not trying to make it super easy or like make it sound super simple. There is something that obviously ties you to it if this reading is hitting. I'm getting fighting, holding on just seems to make it more difficult for you, and it doesn't help the situation either. I almost feel like for some of you it might be making you physically ill. That maybe you've been ill for a while and they're saying it's this situation. If you can free yourself from this and get out of it and let it happen without feeling like it said something about you, because it doesn't. If other people have attitudes about it and they want to like gear it a certain way, just leave them in the past, because I feel like you can move this forward. You can detach from the situation. You can have that sunny day for yourself, but it's kind of like, hinging on letting go of whatever this is. I don't see you really liking it anyway, but it's almost like, yeah, but I don't want to give it up for whatever reason. If you're willing to, things get better once you do, is what they're saying. I mean, take it with a grain of salt. Readings are for entertainment purposes only. Like, I'm not trying to like tell you have to do anything, obviously. But I feel like they're saying, like, let this go. Do yourself the favor and let this go. It may be hard to do that, but they're saying it may be best for the situation, best for you, and best for what's going on here. It says nothing about what type of person you are. It says nothing about that. You're a good person. You're a caring person. This just situation may not match you, and that may be all there is to it. Big with a grain of salt. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.